Hello and welcome to SJ tutorial. In this video I am going to discuss Vogel's approximation method, in short called as VAM method, for initial basic feasible solution. In early videos I have discussed two other methods. One was northwest corner method and other was least cost method for initial basic feasible solution. Okay, so now we will discuss third method for initial basic feasible solution, and that is VAM. And then in upcoming videos I am going to compare all these three methods and will show you which method is best method. So let us start with VAM method. So as usual we need to make transportation table. As you can see, I am writing this table in cell structure. Okay, now in this particular method we need to keep some space on the right side as well as on the bottom side of the table for iteration. Sometimes iterations are called as penalties. Okay, so basically you will see we will take the penalties of two list cost. Okay, so rewriting the cost elements and supplies and demands as shown. So now we will proceed with the iteration. So iteration number one for row wise as well as for the column wise. Okay, we need to do the iteration in row and column both. So iteration one for row one. So check all the cost elements and pick two list cost. So in this first row you can see two list cost are 4 and 5, and take the difference of these two cost. 5 minus 4 will be equal to 1. Okay, in the same way go for the second row. For the second row you can see two list cost are 6, 1 and 6. Okay, so 6 minus 1 equal to 5. For the third row it is 4 and 1, so 4 minus 1 equal to 3. And for the fourth row it is 6 and 1, so 6 minus 1 equal to 5. In the same way you should do iteration for column wise iteration. For the first column it will be 7. For the second column it will be 4 minus 1 3. For the third column it will be 6 minus 4 2. For the d4 6 minus 5 1. For d5 it will be 7 minus 1 6. Now out of all these values, row wise values and column wise values, pick the greatest value. So which is the greatest value? 7. So make a round on it, and in this particular column we will pick the list cost. Here that list cost is 1. Okay, so in this particular cell we will do the allocation. So what will be the allocation? Allocation rule is same as the previous two methods. Check the supply, check the demand, and minimum of this two, that is 30. So now row O3 will be eliminated. So I am cancelling O3 row because supply is over now, and remaining demand at D1 will be 40 minus 30 is equal to 10. So this is for the first allocation. Now do the second allocation. For the second allocation we will do second iteration. Now make one note, here row is cancelled, so iteration for the other rows will remain as it is. So you can blindly write the values 1 5 and 5 for the second iteration of column. You can check 10 minus 8 will be 2 for the first column, D1 column. For column D2, 1 and 4 are two list cost, So 3. For the D3 column, here you can see 6 and 6. There is a tie between two least cost. Okay, so difference is 0. Please keep this thing in mind. It won't be 9 minus 6 equal to 3. Okay. For the fourth column, 6 minus 5, 1. For the D5 column, 7 minus 1, 6. Now again cross check the greatest value. So for the second iteration, row wise as well as column wise, that is 6. So make a round over 6, and then on in this particular column we will check for the least cost. Here it is 1. So for this cell, do the allocation. What will be the allocation? 50 and 40. So minimum of this two is 40. So write 40. So 50 minus 40 will be the remaining supply, that is equal to 10, and D5 column will be eliminated. So I have cancelled this column. Now again do the third iteration. This way you can understand we need to keep on the iteration for the further process until we get the complete solution. Okay, for all the allocations. Okay, so I am just forwarding this video fast. You can cross check this by your own. I am doing the same procedure. We are just taking the difference of two list cost. So here you can see for the third iteration, same procedure you need to follow, and cancel out the respective column or row whichever is applicable. Okay, and do the problem by your own in the same way, or you can just cross check this. You need to keep one thing in mind: whenever row gets cancelled, for the next iteration the iteration will be same as the previous, and for the rows, and as well as for when column gets cancelled, the iteration of the columns will remain as it is in the next operation. Okay, for the fifth iteration you can see 12 minus 9, 3, 8 minus 6, 2, and yeah, in this column there is a mistake. In D3 column for the fifth iteration there is a slight mistake. It must be 0 in that place. I mistake, I write 3, but it doesn't make any difference because for the fifth iteration the greatest value is 4 in O4 row. So fortunately it didn't get wrong. For the sixth iteration, follow the same procedure: 12 minus 9, 3, 8 minus 6, 2. Sixth iteration column wise: 12 minus 8, 4, and 9 minus 6, 3. Okay, the greatest value is 4 for D1 column. Pick the least cost, that is 8 over here, and do the allocation. Allocation will be 10. So remaining value is 15. Okay, finally only two cells are there, so no need to do the iteration, further iteration. You can simply write allocations in first in 6 and then in 9. So allocation of 15 units, remaining units are 25, and finally you can see 25 and 25 is matched, and that must be same value, right? For the final cell, supply and demand must be same. So this is overall procedure for initial basic feasible solution by Vogel's approximation method. Okay, so in next video I am going to compare all the three methods which we have seen so far, and that is northwest corner method, least cost method, and Vogel's approximation method. Okay, these three methods will be compared in the next video, and I will show you which method is the best method. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. We will meet in the next video for the comparison. Thank you.